You're outnumbered.
What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo. We've got you outnumbered tonight, 3-1. I don't know. But we're here tonight talking solo leveling, Season 1, Episodes 7 through 9. We're loving it, rocking it. But before we get into all of that good, wholesome fun, Dave, Doug, how's it going?
Well, Keith, it's true. Tonight, you guys do have me outnumbered 2-1. I've been having a problem watching the show, not because I don't want to, because my subscription, and then it doesn't cover all of the shows for some reason. I didn't see that until I got like 3 shows in, and then it said the rest of them are all locked. I'm like, oh, great. That's just great. How does that help? And by the time I got Doug to help me out, I was already working today, so I didn't get a chance to see it. But I got a week to watch the entire series. And,
Just so you know, I was talking to the audience when I said we had no outnumbered. It wasn't me and Doug versus you. But now that you mention it, you're right.
So yeah, I'm gonna use that week. I'm gonna get use Doug's login. I'm gonna get caught up. But tonight, what I'm gonna do is I am going to fill the role of the casual viewer who has not watched yet. I will be throwing questions at you and stuff like that.
Actually, I think it'd be even more fun is if you make wild speculations and we don't tell you whether you're right or not.
I'm just going to listen and inject wild accusations. How's that?
Accusations?
I mean, interpretations.
I have never done such a thing, sir.
Prediction.
I've never been caught doing such a thing.
Yeah. If you don't get caught, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Isn't that what they say?
It's only wrong if you
Only
get
wrong.
caught.
Yeah. So, with that, I'm going to pass it over to Doug. How are you doing tonight, Doug?
Well, Dave, let me tell you, I am outstanding. And, maybe one of these days or months or years, I'll figure out that when Keith says, we're going live, that literally means we're going live. And not to continue a conversation when we're going live. One of these days I'll figure it out.
I just have to say, we're going live. I'm going to unmute us, gentlemen. And you guys trick me.
So
You usually stop for a sec, and I unmute, and I start, and then all of a sudden, hey, did you get a load of that hot dog?
So
So
wait, so the whole Taylor Swift conversation went out to the world, is that what you're saying?
No, that was prior to unmuting, but it should have.
it really should have.
It was very respectful and tactful. Yes, you're right.
And we'll leave it at that without saying anything more. And now people are like, what were they talking about Taylor Swift? These boomers.
We're not boomers.
Not boomers. I'm not even close to being a boomer. I'm like 5 years out. Get out of here.
Get to the chopper.
I'm outstanding. What about... Oh, we got to get to the chopper.
Get to the
You know what?
chopper.
Did anybody pay for that?
No, I don't think anybody does that anymore.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
It's
all right.
hurtful, too, that they don't.
So Dave's a communist now. Great.
Way to go, Dave. Just giving out that stuff for free.
I would rather be a communist than an ant. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, hey,
There goes.
Keith,
Yes, sir.
how are you doing?
Thank you for asking. Doug, I am tremendous. So excited to be talking more anime with you fine gentlemen. I feel like it's no longer anime for beginners because, we're starting to, get a better understanding of things and all that stuff. So I'm happy. Football starts today. It's the Hall of Fame game. I know Doug is excited about sports ball being talked about prior to us going live again. And I'm wearing the boys tonight.
Grambling?
Detroit Tigers.
It's Grambling, right? Grambling University?
Don't make me show you that picture of Ben Johnson's face after having to coach Caleb Williams for 2 weeks. Don't make me do it.
I can't wait for opening day.
Cricket is a sport, right?
Yes, it is. Love
I
It's
cricket.
think
also an animal.
Is it an insect or an animal?
And
Both?
insects are animals. They're just the species of animal.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. I stand
Every
corrected,
insect
good
is an
sir.
animal, but not all animals are insects.
Oh, you Venn diagramming over there?
I am. I can't help it. I'm a nerd.
He's like, circle.
Animals, insects. Oh,
It's like, not everybody who chews gum is a douchebag, but every douchebag chews gum. Oh, okay, I get
oh God.
it. Eureka!
But, gentlemen, let's talk solo leveling. We watched episodes 7, 8, and 9. Let's see how far I can go. This is frustrating. That's the title of the episode. I'm not frustrated. And you've been hiding your skills. And another enjoyable little trio of episodes. It starts out, well, he's eating with his sister. He brought home fried chicken, which I loved. And just watching him eat it made me, man, I wonder if Grubhub delivers, Lee's famous recipe. Because and he's drinking beer. But
So Ironheart got me, and solo leveling got you. The marketing is strong.
It's product placement, man. I'm telling you.
it wasn't even Lee's. They just said fried chicken. And I was like, pause. Lee's. Lee sounds really good right now. And just so you know, we're
World
not
famous.
sponsored by Lee's. Me drooling over their fried chicken is all just my true feelings, people. But he's drinking some beers, and he gets a little pop up. That
I love that.
I know, me too. It was like,
It was hilarious because that's it's not the first time that I've seen this done in an anime. A lot of times they'll do that when like the hero is overpowered and they've got these skills that, allow them to avoid poisons and toxins and stuff like that. So I've seen this joke before, but it's still funny every time I see it. And it sounds like something that Rick would have installed in him and that he would like have to purposely intentionally flip off in order to be drunk.
yes. But soon after that, Jin Ho offers Jinwoo basically like $30 billion if he would help him do 19 more raids. And Jinwoo understands, oh, you're trying to be a guild master, you need so many. And he's not for it at first. He kind of turns him down. Which 30 billion is not that much. I'm like, what? But
Now, as a reminder for those of you who are, like just joining us and everything, it's been about a week or so since we talked solo leveling. This individual that he was meeting with that offered him this money, that was the person that went on the raid, that joined the party with him on the raid in the last episode that we were breaking down and reviewing. He was the one with all the armor, and everybody was calling him a trust fund kid. And, it was his very first raid, but he came from a lot of money. So I like that. I like the fact that this was a character that wasn't just a one-off. Because I think I even remember, Keith, you had mentioned, like, I kind of hope this guy comes back because he was enjoyable.
and I was happy when he showed up. I was like, oh, nice, good. And I like it. He's not just like some one-dimensional little, trust fund, super armor and weapons, hunter. He's got some thoughts too. Hey, let's put these together. We'll do what kind of was done to us. Oh, we won't murder the people. We're not going to do that. We won't do the murdering part. But we'll do these raids. We'll get up to 20, and then I can, start this own guild, and we're going to try to, the big thing he was saying, oh, you're going to take an S hunter? There's only 7 of them in the world, and they all belong to guilds. And we do find out later who they were going after. And that was kind of, I liked, because I had no idea who that girl was until we didn't know, I didn't know she was an S level hunter until this episode. Because we've seen her working and we've seen her in some dungeons, but I don't remember them ever saying she was S. But I could have.
No,
missed
I don't
it.
think I remember that either. They might have said that the parkour girl, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. They might have mentioned it when she was like flipping around the city when they first introduced her. I think it was like in episode 2 or 3 or something. I don't remember exactly,
There's
but
another flippy person on this show.
there is another Oh, that's right. This is the first time you've joined us to talk about it.
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
So, Dave, this is fun. We've got a parkour person who is totally okay and didn't escape prison.
Okay,
And it
okay.
isn't their prime, trait.
Identifier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
There's more to
what
her than flipping off of buildings.
what are you calling this one, Keith?
I don't have. I'm just calling her S level hunter because I don't. She's fine. She's not annoying me. She, it's been, and I'm hoping it's building to something because we do kind of see. It's later in the show, but she goes to her guildmaster and says, "Hey, I was approached by these guys and they're trying to poach me." And he's like, "Well, thank you for your loyalty and your honesty." And I was like, "Okay, I'm kind of liking her because she has some depth, seemingly." We don't know yet, and it could possibly be on a collision course with Jinwoo in some sense because he's been getting a little more powerful, and we see in this episode that his
Did he level up?
Yes, he did. Spoiler alert: he does level up, but he finds out his daily strength exercises. He can go above that. He can like double what is requested of him. So he ends up doubling all the things, and he gets a special little prize. He gets another dungeon key to an
I like how
S-rank
he
dungeon.
goes. I like how he goes from like in the hospital looking at the screen and like, I'm not doing that, to all of a sudden, wow, I can double it and then keep doing more.
And get extra bonuses. But we did find out it was a one-time thing. He can't double it anymore and get stuff. But he gets a key to an S-rank dungeon. And the big thing about it, he can find a potion that heals any illness. And for those of you playing the home game, his mom is in the hospital in what internal some kind of sleep. What were they calling it?
It had something to do with the gates. It was oh, what do they call it? All I remember is when the gates and the monsters appeared, some people were affected, and then they gained this like coma sickness
Yeah.
essentially. What it there's no cure for it. That something to do with like magic, so only magic can cure it.
Yep.
Were they down with the sickness?
Absolutely not.
Jinwoo, he tried pulling a rabbit out of his hat. He looked at his absolutely. He looked at his unconscious mom. He put cards close up in her face and said, "Mom, please pick a card." She just didn't wake up.
He even went and had a card in his hand, and she was like,
Somebody died on the
didn't?
show. Spoilers.
"There's been a few deaths."
Oh no!
What a few, dude.
Spoilers. Well, it is an anime. How gruesome are they? I'm sure they're very
They're
gruesome.
extremely gruesome.
It is very child friendly.
Yes.
Show it to everybody that is 10 and under that you know.
Let's just tell you, at one point in the 9th episode, one of the guys from the first advanced dungeon, the bonus dungeon round, was like, "Oh, Jinwoo, your leg's back. It was gone." He's like, "I woke up in the hospital and it was back." If that kind of gives you a hint. And this guy had lost his arm in the same dungeon. He doesn't have his arm back, though.
Oh yeah, he didn't go to the right place afterwards.
That's right.
He didn't level up.
No, he didn't.
If he would have just leveled up.
He would have been all
He
right.
got to level up. He's got to realize the name of the show. I mean, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Everyone's
Okay,
going to
go
be
ahead.
mad when they find out this dude's leveling up, too. They're like, "What? I have to save the same strength? I do all this work and I don't get bonuses?" But he goes into this dungeon. It's an S-level dungeon. We don't know what power he is yet, but he hasn't beaten a B yet, but he has beaten C level, so he's definitely a little past that. But he has beaten some pretty tough monsters that were, red on their labels. But the first battle is against Cerberus. Yes. And it nearly kills him multiple times. I mean, he is just so far out of his league, but he has little bonus items. He has instant full recovery at one point. He's using everything he's got. And eventually he finally stabs it repeatedly in the eye, and his buffed up little dagger. Kind of helps him out. It paralyzes it, vampires him some hit points, and he is able to beat this crazy monster. I really enjoyed that scene because it was like flying all over the place. It's jumping at him. He was so confident going into this dungeon, like he could handle anything. And this thing just beat the living crap out of him. I mean, he was so close to death, used his full recovery, and then almost got killed again. So it was nice seeing that while he's getting powerful, and he seems to be getting powerful very quickly, he's still not to that upper echelon of hunters that are out there. He's not an S level. He's not even A level, probably not a B level at this point, but he's getting there.
You can tell that he is not a gamer because I think everybody else, who constantly, plays video games are like, no, 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 hang on to the potions. Don't use them. You might need them later, and then never use them. But the other thing that I don't know if he discovers it in that episode or if he already knew this, but he finds out that he's able to access a store within this Demon Castle dungeon, which was nice. That helped him out. He was able to purchase items that he didn't have on hand.
Yep, and that was this episode. He did find it here.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if I couldn't remember if he already knew that he could do that or not.
And his reward for beating the Guardian is a key to the castle with all the ingredients to craft that potion.
Well, the recipe, not the ingredients.
Right. Yes, you're right.
Was the key floating in the air above him after he completed his task?
No. He pushed a little button to grab it out of the corpses.
Oh.
Corpse.
And then it popped out of the corpse.
Yes.
It's a family picture.
Yeah.
Nothing gruesome.
But he makes a very smart decision. He knows if he continues on, he's probably going to die.
Yeah. Definitely.
So he leaves. He uses his little rune stone of teleportation and gets out of there, knowing he's going to come back later.
After he levels up.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it.
All right.
And then we see...
I'm not even watching the show.
Yeah, the Hunters Association investigating the death of the mercenary from previous stream. And we find out his brother... Well, his younger brother is an S rank, who now blames...
Pretty high up in one of the guilds.
Yes. Blames Jinwoo and Jinho and swears revenge. Which was a nice little touch. I like when things matter later on. You knew when they came out and they're like, oh, yeah, they all died and we got lucky and killed the boss. And they were like, oh, okay, whatever. It was going to get around because stories like that aren't common. And Jinwoo has been trying so desperately to not let people know that he's actually leveling up and getting stronger, but everyone notices. Everyone sees him like, you look like a completely different person. Did you grow and strength? Even his sister is like, wow, you're really exercising a lot, and I barely recognize you. So,
I love when she decides she's going to go on a run with him.
That was awesome. But it's funny because when I first started watching this and he was like, I got to keep this a secret, I was thinking, oh my God, he's going to go to like Light's level of hiding this so no one knows. But I wasn't thinking it through because obviously he's getting huge and, it's impossible to hide. Even if he was that smart, it'd be pretty difficult to hide. But he's still like trying, I'll go on some minor raids, and do some stuff to make some money, but I'm going to keep it low key. But it doesn't really work out that way.
No.
But this is frustrating. Does start. He's visiting his mom, and he knows he needs to get stronger to get those ingredients. So he does accept Jinho's offer to do the 19 raids and build this guild with him and get that money. So, they fulfill the party requirements for a C-rank dungeon. The Hunters Association recruits most of the survivors of the double dungeon raid, which was Jinwoo, Jinho, Mr. Song, who was the one who lost his arm, Kim, and Kang. And Kim is one of the guys who basically left Jinwoo there to die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the one that ran off.
Yeah.
And so he wouldn't even look at them in the eyes. And I think it was the mentor guy that even commented on that. Like, wow, I'm standing here missing my arm because I did what I could to fight, and this guy can't even look me in the eye.
Yeah. But then we do find it was funny because they also have 3 prisoners join them who it's going to be like a work release program if they go into
Wait, which one does
dungeons.
parkour?
None of them.
Oh,
He was the
what a
one
shame.
who got the drug trial that for some reason is now no, we're kidding, we're kidding, this isn't Lazarus. But
They all had 888 years of a prison sentence.
yeah, yes, they tried to
Just
escape.
kept doubling.
But I did like it because when we saw all this and we saw the one guy, I thought this was all part of their plan to get more hunters to go back to that island. That the S level, that there was a dungeon break, and even all the S levels couldn't contain it. So I was like, oh, they're just kind of getting some people together so they can do like, an army of hunters to go clear out that island. But once again, I was not right.
I think this raid may have been a little more off the books.
Definitely off the books because we start, you've been hiding your skills, which sees them in the dungeon. There is a 3-way junction and the group splits up. Kang, well, he uses the opportunity, I should say, but before that, Jinwoo is like using his bonus skill
His skills.
set, and basically he's like, okay, I know the boss is down this one, so he agrees to take the one-armed guy,
His 2 friends.
yep, and the healer down that way, and then the 2 guys from the previous raid go down the one path, and I think his name's Kang is the boss guy. He leaves with the prisoners.
The assassin guy?
Yes, the assassin, 100%.
Yeah.
And he decides to use this opportunity to kill them. And not because they're necessarily prisoners or bad, but a guy paid him to basically kill them because his daughter was their victim, and he's upset he's never going to get his daughter back, and these guys could possibly go free. So he takes the opportunity to murder them. But unfortunately, the 2 guys from the previous raid, not our hero and his friends, kind of stumble on the scene because their path kind of comes around. And so Kang kills them also. And he doesn't just kill them, he tortures them. I mean, when they hear the screaming and Jinwoo and them come around to see
And
what's
they're in
happening.
separate tunnels, so that was a loud scream
Yeah.
to hear it that far.
And when they show up on the scene, they figure out what's going on. And of course, this guy is like I believe he's a B-level hunter and a
Yes.
high-end B-level hunter. So he's feeling confident. He's like, these guys can't touch me. And the one-armed guy is like, listen, I got to do this. You're an E-rank hunter. You can't handle this. It's got to be me. He gives me a buff. And of course, the assassin tries to kill the healer first, which anyone who's played any role-playing games, that's the way to do it. You don't want their healers healing everybody up, so you got to kill them twice or 3 times. But he gets stopped, and he has the battle with the one-armed man. He's getting healed, but he's really too powerful for him. But he's pretty impressed because he's fighting him with a sword, even though he's a magic user, basically. He uses magic. And then it looks like he's beaten him. When he comes in for the kill, he tries to use his magic to stop him. And this assassin guy's like, oh, that's pretty smart. You try to trick me into getting close for that kill, and you've been waiting to use that the whole time. And then he's supremely confident he's about to kill these 3 and get out of the, go kill the boss and then get out of this dungeon. But Jinwoo steps up. And this guy's like, oh my God, he's matching me, blow for blow. He's as fast as he is. He's, meeting him every place, and it's pretty much a standstill. And this guy's like, I have more experience than you. I'm going to end up hurting you. But then he sees Jinwoo heal himself. And he's like, what is going on? How did you heal yourself? Hunters can't, assassins can't heal themselves because he has the same sort of build as this guy. Then, of course, this guy kind of goes into the shadows and he's hiding. He's like, I got skills too. And, nobody knows I have this because no one's ever lived after I did it. And
Way to telegraph exactly what your plans are.
exactly. And, Jinwoo is still like blocking every one of his shot. He knows where he's coming because his things are so
Oh,
high.
and he hit him a couple times with his poison dagger.
Yep. Oh, that's right. It's going up to his eye and his eye's all red. And,
Uh-huh.
and then he has
That was pretty cool.
I can't remember what the skill was, and I forgot to write it down. Murderous intent.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just like, just powers up and ends up, killing this assassin. And when he's dying, he's like, what are you? You have healing magic and these powers, and you have an assassin's build. You're supposed to be, the weakest hunter ever. And he's just like shocked. And of course, he's now dead too, which I'm sure when they get out and they're like, wait, what? That B-level guy died and this guy lived again? But
Again, this is starting to be a common theme we're noticing.
he can't,
My favorite part was when he reveals to the assassin, like in the final moments. He says, "Yeah, I guess I have to thank the system for letting me know exactly who my enemy is." And it turns killing this dude into a quest. And as we know from the previous episodes, if he doesn't complete the quest, he'll probably die. So, what better incentive, right? It's beyond self-defense. Now it's life or death. And I think, honestly, though, I think even if the system hadn't done that, he probably would have gone after the dude anyway.
and he is starting to understand this is changing me a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was so against killing another human. And it's gotten to the point where he's like, all right, let's do it. I'm ready for it. And they get out, and, the Hunters Association is investigating this event. And Mr. Song, the one-armed guy, says, oh, I did it. I ended up killing him. And, we got out, thank God. And, of course, they're like, oh, the initial Hunters Association, okay, great, you got out, sweet, people died, we don't care. But obviously, we know this story is going to bubble up. And it's going to probably get a bunch of attention because this is the second time Jinwoo has been a part where more powerful people have died and he has survived.
Now, what do you think of Jinwoo's assessment when he's able to kind of like view the aura around this guy from the guild? And he comments, this guy's at least an A rank. And, he mentions, yeah, there's no way I could take him. He would wipe the floor with me. Do you think that's accurate at this point?
At this point, yes. I think he's a pretty good judge of power. I always imagined it's like in the Wheel of Time books, all of the people who wield magic can see how powerful other people are. And they know when the Dragon Reborn guy is like walking, they're like, what on earth? How is that guy that powerful? So I think he does understand, like, I can see the power, his points in perception and stuff have given him enough knowledge that he can
right.
figure
I
it
forgot
out.
about that. Good point. So I was sitting there, like I heard that, and I'm like, is he just being humble? Like, because he took out an assassin that literally went invisible. I'm like, I don't know. I think he could take him, but then again, we don't really know what this guy is capable of. So,
And obviously, we know some hunters have hidden skills because the
as we found out,
assassin guy's like, nobody knows I can do this because I don't let people who see it don't live.
It's like, well, thanks for telling me, I guess. Anything else you'd like to share?
Let me get my notebook out. Hold on.
Right.
So if you're coming after me, I should watch for this, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
No?
We are, yes. But that's where this kind of ends. And one of the things I'm enjoying about this anime is the way that some episodes don't have a cliffhanger, don't lead into anything. Like, their stories are taking the time they need to tell them. And we've talked about this a lot. Some episodes are like one episode and it's kind of over because that's all it needs. And other episodes will go two. I don't think we've gotten one that went three yet, but there's episodes where you get that cliffhanger and then it kind of, finishes up in the next episode. And that's kind of where we're left here at the end of 9. Obviously, things are coming. What's next is, the Hunters Association are going to be very much wondering what is happening in these dungeons with Jinwoo and what's going on.
They're going to start putting 2 and 2 together. It's only a matter of time.
And I thought for sure we would find somebody else who's able to level up also. Only because I'm like, how can this be a one person thing? But they did say, I was kind of paying attention. They did say that first dungeon in the first episode or the first couple episodes where he ends up getting this power, that's never happened before, at least that they've known about. If it's happened, the people probably didn't get out of the dungeon to talk about it or get that power. But I was like, man, I thought 100%. I was like, I thought the blonde girl, until we found out she was S level. I was like, she's probably leveling up too, or somebody is. I thought the one guild master, the older gentleman who's been training that young guy, I'm like, I bet he could level up. But it doesn't appear to be the case. So it is kind of interesting that he got this power after being the weakest hunter in the world, but he was able to figure out all of the clues, during that surprise or bonus dungeon from the first couple episodes. Kind of makes it nice.
Everybody is good at something. We all have our roles to play. You don't have to be good at everything. This guy can level up.
Well,
And is good at everything.
he's now good at everything, but it's all because he was smart enough to, read the clues. He wasn't just a guy, because he couldn't just go in and hack and slash through everything. He was reading things and kind of had good comprehension and figured out what they needed to do to beat that, bonus dungeon. So he deserves the leveling up.
So, Dave, you got through which episodes?
1.5. The first
1.5.
1.5. Yeah.
So you at least got to the part where he was in the double dungeon about to die, right?
I don't recall that.
Okay. The giant statues with the evil grins.
Cutting big bugs in half.
That was like the very, very beginning. So later on, yeah.
Yeah, I guess this is the only thing that really stands out because I got lost in the minutia of trying just to get it going. So I would have to watch the whole thing over again.
Okay. But, well, based on what we've said, does it sound like something that would interest you enough to want to watch again?
Yeah, I will watch it again, definitely. And it sounds like a video game,
Yeah, that's what it
It's
is.
not,
Yeah, essentially. He's,
but it's more of a thinking man's video game than it is like a John Wick.
well, it is for him because he's not a gamer. He asks his little sister, hey, do you know how to, like, get into a menu? I don't game.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to catching up this week now that I have a illegal way to watch it.
Well, awesome. Good. Good to hear.
I am looking forward to hearing your thoughts on it because being an RPGer, I love it. This is like every video game I've ever played, and it's always he doesn't grind as much as I do. Like I'd be like, let's go find a dungeon, but he did kind of talk about it in this last episode because when they were in that C rank dungeon, he's like, I'm not getting enough experience really to go up any levels until he killed the assassin. Then, he got a couple levels there, but it's nice to see because I think a lot of people will do that. You're playing a game. I did it in Elden Ring when I was playing Elden Ring. Yeah, that area seems a little more too powerful for me. I'll just spin around a loop here and kill monsters, get enough things to go up a level so I can see if I'm strong enough then. And you kind of see him grinding out a level like that. It's cool because we've all done it.
Kind of reminds me of that World of Warcraft episode of South Park where they need to beat this like player that's much higher leveled than them, and they decide the best way to avoid him while still gaining levels is to go to the beginner part of the game and just kill boars for like months straight until they're a high enough level. So they're just grinding, killing these like level 1 boars, and they have it all mapped out with all the math. Like, okay, we're gonna need to spend like 3 months killing 800 boars a day.
That would be kind of boring.
Ooh. Who called for a dad joke?
Oh, wait, hold on. Who
for
cashed it? Someone cashed it in. Thank you, Stinky Pee-Pee Butt, for cashing in those for the dad
Wait,
joke.
the family show, Keith. I don't know why somebody like that would call in.
Neither do I. We should ban them.
And delete all of their comments too.
Yes, already
Yeah,
done.
make sure. Yeah,
Good,
it can't
good.
be researched.
And we'll
Right.
refund those channel points you paid for that dad joke.
So, Keith,
Yes, sir.
what would you rate these 3 episodes?
I'm going to give these 3 episodes a 7.2. I thought the episode 9 was the best of the 3. Episode 8 wasn't a filler episode, but it was kind of, we're doing a lot of things we need to get to the next adventure. And so that one was kind
Next
of like
level?
to the next. Thank you, Dave. Yes, to the next level. But I mean, overall, I'm really digging this show. Love the animation. I even enjoy like the opening and end songs. Like I sit and listen to them while I'm watching it. I don't skip intro, which I almost never do. X-Men '97, a few others, but animation's good. The music's good. The action's great. Seeing this, like you called it, he's not a gamer. Figuring out these games, it's like anyone. It's their first role-playing game, so they're like, "Wait, what? I'm not doing that." And oh, there's a punishment. Yikes! And it's funny because even one point, like any gamer has ever done, he's like, I wonder if I go to that penalty zone and kill that monster if I'll go up. And then he's like, I might not even get experience if I do that because it's a penalty zone. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that one. But it's great hearing him think these things that I think any gamer has ever done while playing a role-playing game. So I'm really enjoying this show. I'm glad we watched it.
I also like how he rolls the dice when he finds out that key leads to an S-rank dungeon, and he's like, yeah, I'll go anyway.
I'll test the waters. Let's see where I'm at.
Why
Will
not?
this melt my brain? Yeah, I don't care. I'll do it anyway.
Of course, he didn't do what I would have done. Okay, I'm going into this dungeon that I know I'm not powerful enough. I need to go to the store. Let's buy some potions. Is there any new magical weapons I can buy or magical armor? Because I've been kind of shocked. He talked about how much money he's made, and we don't see him. No, I wouldn't replace the dagger. Dude, that thing's pretty awesome. Causes paralyzation. It vampires, hit points away from monsters when he hits them. So that thing's pretty sweet. But he hasn't bought like any armor or anything yet. And we saw how sweet Jinwoo's armor was, from that when he went on that first raid. It's like he should invest some of that money and get him some better armor. So I'm hoping he kind of does that, because you're always so excited in a game where it's like, oh, I can afford the +2 chainmail. I'm definitely getting that. Man, I'm going to be awesome at this point.
I wonder if he's got it in his head that he figures he's going to get better armor and weapons just from drops rather than from purchasing them.
Oh, that's true. But we haven't seen many armor drops like that I've seen yet.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Good point.
And he also obviously has a bunch of other expenses with his sister in college, his mom being in the eternal sleep. Is that what they call it? Eternal sleep?
Oh, God, I forgot to look it up.
So, he's got other bills, so understandable.
Is
And
that a gang?
yeah. Yes, she's in a gang. And he's trying to pay her way out.
Bunch of people on Amigos.
Yeah, you got it. It is called the eternal sleep disease.
Nice.
Wow, good memory.
My brain is working better than normal.
You must have put extra skill points into intelligence.
I didn't complete my strength tests. I did do 7 push-ups, though. Not consecutively. It was over the course of a couple days, but I eventually got them done.
You were going to say a couple of years.
It was when I was getting up off the couch, was one of them.
Yeah. I had to push myself up. It was torture. Well, what would you rate these episodes, Sir Douglas?
Well, I agree with pretty much everything that you said. The 9th episode was my favorite also. It was amazing character development. We will learn a lot more about some of these other people that, what their skills are, what their limits are, what some people do as far as hiding certain skills because they know it's kind of taboo among other people. And, the fact that there are these other than legal things that people do. Like, we already kind of discussed it, how in the previous episodes that we reviewed, how these guys were gathering up, people to go in, and then they would leave them to die and take all of their gear and money and the rewards and everything. And they had even stated that nobody will catch us because once you kill the dungeon boss, the dungeon closes, and with no evidence, then there's nothing you can do. So they've noted, they even said it loud, yeah, we can get away with all these crimes. So finding out that now there are assassins out there and they exist and they use these dungeons and their powers to off people. It's interesting. I like how they're going about doing this character building, world building, and we're learning more about like what Jinwoo can and cannot do, like what new skills he has, what the points that he's been investing into himself are, now making him able to do. And the fact that he was able to kind of gauge his strengths and weaknesses and figure out what he had to do to come out on top. And I also love the loyalty of his buddy. Like, oh yeah, no, it was totally me. I did it. So yeah, that was a great episode. You're right. Episode 8 was a little. It seemed like Jinwoo was in there for like a minute tops. He was like barely in the whole episode. Most of it was expanding info on like the other guilds, how they operate, what other people are doing, what they're looking into. The fact that Jinwoo is on their radar. So, I mean, it was kind of necessary, but it was the closest thing to a filler that we're probably going to get in a series like this, where they are spending their time wisely. None of it is just BS episodes. It's just that one in particular didn't really show off the main character all that much. It was mostly to just build out the world.
And it was good stuff, too. It was definitely good stuff.
Yeah.
Because they did, you find out that other guilds know what they're trying to build this guild, and they're trying to poach their S people.
Right,
and Jinwoo is at the almost center of it seems like. So it's definitely building. He's unbeknownst to himself making some enemies, some powerful enemies.
Oh yeah. And the fact that he noted when he got out of that whole incident in that dungeon, the fact that he was able to kind of like notice, oh, that dude's definitely at least rank A. I guarantee the other people that have him on their radar are going to definitely be at least A rank or S rank. But yeah,
what did you give it, Doug?
I did not rate it yet. I am going to give it a 7 out of 10. They were pretty darn good episodes. If you guys out there have not watched these, you really need to check them out. This is a good series. I love going back and rewatching. It's been a good minute since I watched season 1 of Solo Leveling. So I'm glad that we're doing this.
Yeah, me too. Have you watched season 2 yet, Doug?
I watched the first couple of episodes, not all of it.
Do we know
Are
if
there
it's getting
3
it?
seasons total?
Say that again?
Are there 3 seasons total?
There's only 2 right now.
Is there going to be a 3rd season? Do we know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but from what I understand, they caught up to the current chapters of the light novel, so I guess they're waiting on the author to release more.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's good. And I'm only guessing this
to
is...
their credit, most anime, what they do when that happens, they add in filler episodes. Or entire filler seasons. Bleach, I'm looking at you. Your stupid BS filler seasons that make no sense at all and are not even canon to the rest of the... I'm glad Solo Leveling isn't doing that. They're like, we can take a break. We'll come back in a year or so.
It's the right way to do it. In this day and age with streaming and years between seasons for certain shows, it's the right approach. I would rather, get seasons every year, but people are willing to wait. Don't put out BS just to put out BS. Wait till you got the right stuff.
That's a good way to lose a fan base.
Oh yeah. I think if I would have turned it on and like, all right, season 3, Solo Leveling. Here we go. What? Wait, who are these? What are they doing? Huh? And then I have to go look up online. What the hell is going on? Only to find out this is a non-canon filler. I'd be like, you know what? F you guys. I wouldn't even watch it at that point.
I mean, you gotta come back with quality stuff. Like the example being you guys see all the backlash that Last of Us season 2 is getting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just come out with a quality product.
And can we say well-deserved backlash? That show really took a steep drop in
No,
quality.
It really did. And Dave, I know you didn't care for the first season, but I think we can all admit that the second season was worse than the first.
yeah, I would say that. I think when we were rating them, I consistently gave them like fives or sixes in the first season. And the second season, yeah, I was consistently under that. I was underwhelmed by that show completely,
Mm-hmm.
especially after Pedro was gone.
I'm really hoping season 3, when they show Abby's story, picks up a little bit. But Dave, is it safe to say that even though you haven't watched these episodes of Solo Leveling, that you'll give them a 6.5?
Just from your guys' descriptions, well, I'm a little worried actually because you guys both, from what I expected you to rate the show, you were both about half a point lower than I thought. So, what is that going to mean to the way I view it? I wonder if I'll be giving it a 5.5. I don't know.
I don't
I mean,
know.
it's still a good show. Like a 7.2 I gave it is a quality score. Do I think the show's great? No. Do I think it's really good? Yes. I mean, this is one of those shows that I'm not checking my phone. I'm enjoying. I'm looking forward to watching it. This does not seem like work. It's like, oh, sweet. Finally, we're going to talk Solo Leveling again on the stream. I can finally watch the next 3 episodes. Because, I don't want to watch them too far in advance. But, so yeah.
I don't fall asleep during these,
Right.
watching these. Like Lazarus. Oh God. Oh no, I gotta rewind. Damn it.
How many episodes are left? 2, and I fall asleep on it twice.
I literally did that. There was a couple of times I'd just be like,
Yeah.
oh, it's over? What?
It's like we either hit the top or the bottom of the barrel. We don't catch anything in between.
Well, so far we haven't had too many bad anime. So we started off like right off the bat with something amazing. We had Cowboy Bebop, and like that was a good entry point.
Yes, it was.
So Lazarus was weird. That should have been better. That
It should
had
have been.
it. I mean, it had all the pieces to be a good series, but boy, not only did they drop the ball, they then kicked it across the street.
Yeah, they didn't even make it a priority to tell you why the show was called
Yeah.
Lazarus. Because everyone on the team had died, and they're the Lazarus team.
What
They
a
didn't make
twist!
they didn't tell anybody that until what, episode 8?
The last
mean,
episode, I think.
Was it the last episode? So
Yeah,
episode like
because the only
13.
person they had mentioned had died at that up until I think episode 8 was what's her name, the Russian girl.
Hopscotch McGee.
Hopscotch Willie, yeah.
Oh, Hopscotch Willie, sorry. Yeah.
Get his name right, Dave.
How dare
I'm
you?
sorry. And that's the silver lining talking about that show, okay?
Right, exactly.
It was funny. We were on a meeting at work, and my boss at work, he's a lot like me. He looks for the good in things. And we were talking about Fantastic Four First Steps, and I'm like, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a great movie, best Fantastic Four movie. And people were like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll have to check it out. And Joe's like, he always looks for the positives in everything. So he's like, if he says something good, I'm not quite sure it's good. He goes, but if he says something's bad, I know it's bad. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yes.
Like me giving something a 8.5, you're probably like, I don't know. Dave gives it an 8.5, you're probably like, yes, I need to see it. Dave gives something a 3, you're like, is it really that bad? I give it a 3, you're like, oh, damn, they really messed that up.
Like that's a Rebel Moon level mess
Keith
up.
gives it a 3. This is a war crime at that point.
Yeah. And just imagine he gave Rebel Moon a 0.5, I think.
Did I give it a
imagine
1?
how
No, I
bad
did
that
give it a
is.
0.5, yeah. I mean, that was,
It didn't even get a whole point out of you. Damn.
that's just one of those movies where you watch it and you're like, you're so mad. Like, what is
Yes.
even going on? This is the worst written, worst
angry.
acted thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen The Room.
I'll be right back.
I have 2. Now you know how I feel about She-Hulk.
I mean, I've always understood you didn't like it and you hated watching it. I thought it was much funnier, and because I think I went in thinking it was going to be like the Burn issues, where she's breaking the fourth wall, and it's more silly than serious, and it's kind of what we got. So I think I went in with expectations it was going to be what it was, and it's just not your cup of tea.
No,
I have been
no.
meaning to show this to you guys. I don't remember if I ever did.
Oh my
What are you doing with
god!
that, Doug? Did you
Did you read it
money
yet?
on that?
No, I don't want to. I was so angry at the show or at the movie. I saw it at the comic book store and I'm like, I kind of have to. And this is issue 3. They didn't have 1 and 2 in stock, so
Did it sell out, or did it just not get them in?
I'm going to assume that they just didn't bother to get them in because I cannot imagine that these actually sold out. Because even Zack Snyder's like most loud fans, the ones who would like die for him, even they weren't excited about Rebel Moon. Even they didn't like it.
Doug,
So I can't
that
imagine they would
reminds me-
watch the movie, not to watch his Snyder cut of it, and then read the comic. Yeah, no, nobody read these. But
that
now I have a
reminds
piece of history, so there we go.
It reminds me of something that, you said a long time ago. And I was in the grocery store last week and I found some popcorn. And it was AMC movie theater popcorn
Yeah.
at Kroger. And I'm thinking, not only do they do it, take the stale popcorn and throw it in the next day, they bag it up and send it to the store.
Right.
That's after it's been there for a couple of days. Okay, bag it up,
Yeah,
send it to
right.
Kroger.
Right. Disgusting.
I was legitimately surprised when we went to AMC to see Superman that they were making popcorn there, because every other time that I've gone to an AMC theater within the past 10 years or so, I've seen them dumping bags of popcorn from the Detroit Popcorn Company into their theaters. Not even actually cooking popcorn that they made. So they've just put it under the heating lamp. And I was watching them do this, and I'm like, you don't even care. You don't care if people see you. You're not even trying to hide it.
Nope. And that's why we don't go. It's one of the reasons we don't go there by choice.
I think the main reason is the seats, though.
Yeah, that too. I'm so
much
sorry,
better.
Dave.
So
Me and
much
Doug have a
better.
love seat. We had a love seat.
Yeah, we did. Weren't asking for it, but AMC delivered anyway.
Sometimes you don't know what you want till you get it.
I want to know what love is. I want Dave to show me.
Yeah, it's right over there. I don't know what it is. Hell, what do I know? I don't know nothing.
That's a double negative. Dave knows everything. I knew
Oh, you
it.
caught that. You caught it, did you?
Yes, sir. What's up, buddy?
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Save 50 pounds per person.
That's up to 200 pounds.
That's 200 pounds per person. That's
For
200
a family
pounds.
of 4.
That's 200 pounds off for a family of 4.
Oh, at first that
wait,
sounded
I
like an advertisement.
That is a TikTok trend where they talk about saving money on like a vacation, 50 pounds per person, while something horrible is going on screen.
Oh, Lord.
Like there was one, this girl swinging, and she's like, you could go on a holiday and save 50 pounds per person. And her mom like pushes her harder, and she comes back, falls off the swing, and doesn't hit like the comfy stuff, like the padding. She like slips between the padding and the wall somehow. So they're all videos like that, but it's a trend on TikTok. TikTok
Okay,
is a
so-
short form video.
Thank you. We're
Follow-up
still on
question.
the air, guys. We're still on the air. I'm sure
yeah.
everyone knows what TikTok is.
Yeah, no. Follow-up question. What was the horrible thing on this screen? Are you saying we were the horrible thing that your son was advertising to?
I think that's what he's saying. Yes. Don't worry.
Well,
Oh,
He's getting grounded
least the
as soon as
center
I go
bottom.
upstairs. But
someone please play a violin for us in our
But-
sadness.
what he doesn't know is We've got some news and rumors.
Whoa.
Are you
No,
guys
no, no, no,
ready?
no, no, news and rumors.
Yep, 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 yep,
First
yep.
off, the Fantastic Four First Steps has passed 150 million at the domestic box office. So
Cool, cool.
it is doing very well. $200 million to make. So it looks like Marvel has a hit. Well, a profitable movie on their hands. And Superman has become the first Superman movie to cross 300 million at the domestic box office.
Very nice.
So it's awesome.
He said, I heard that he said it's having trouble internationally because of all the strife in the world these days. Which kind of
It's
sucks.
understandable.
Yeah, it's people aren't too fond of this country for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't get it. I don't get it. It's crazy.
Now here's one that makes sense after you realize that, these Marvel movies aren't making the bank like they used to. They've lost some money. They've had some poor outings with some of their movies.
Mm-hmm.
All of these rumors we've heard about these A-list actors getting hired for the X-Men doesn't look like they're true. They are looking for unknowns so they
low
can save
cost.
costs on the actual actors, which understandable. And it could be twofold. I thought about this. Not only will it save them some money, cut some costs on how much the film makes, but if they're a little younger, they probably will stay around longer in these roles while they're doing other things. So maybe it's two things, two different things.
I assumed they were going for the Robert Downey Jr. effect, where they get an actor that's kind of, either unknown or fallen on hard times, is cheap to utilize, and they know will, give it their all because this is like the first or last chance.
Yeah, I had never heard of. I mean, I don't know. At the time, I had never heard of Chris Hemsworth when he became Thor. Like that was a long time ago. Hard not to know, like him now, but I hadn't heard of him before that movie. So that they
Yeah, I
did
hadn't either.
kind of took that approach. I mean, Chris Evans was not as big as Captain America is what blew him up.
Yeah.
He was in Scott
Excuse me, the
Pilgrim.
Human Torch. Thank you.
Yeah, he was in Scott Pilgrim. He was the Human Torch, but he blew up with Captain America, so he was probably pretty cheap too. So that's another round of that. That's fine. We'll get some stars out of it.
Yeah, 100%. Just write good movies and find young quality actors, and it'll be fine. I
There you
kind of
go.
like
Yeah.
them getting away from A-listers for all of these roles. Give someone a chance.
Plus, it's going to hopefully die down on all the people like, oh, I bet so and so would be a perfect fit for blah blah blah. It's like, stop. You're always wrong. Stop.
I've never been good at fan
Not your status
casting,
quo.
but
We're always right.
we're always right.
Everybody else is wrong.
Yes. Now this one is going to be Dave's favorite.
Oh no!
Oh,
What type
no.
of stuff?
Oscar Isaac was talked about the potential return of Mark Spector,
Yeah.
and he said maybe we'll see him in a movie.
In a movie?
I think this is
Not his
hinting
own
at
movie.
a Midnight Suns movie.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'd say not his own movie. No way.
No, not his own. Not his own. I
mean-
definitely. I do think if the Midnight Suns does well, we could get a second season of Moon Knight, where hopefully we had heard rumors that it was going to be the two personalities dealing with the third a little bit, and bring it down a little bit. We don't need giant kaiju, Egyptian gods fighting in a Moon Knight series in the first season. They really did a disservice.
But that's
with-
what we got.
it definitely was. They should have dealt with the street level. He's kind of almost a Batman type vigilante that does this for this god. And then you build up to him. Wow, he's not delusional. There really is a Khonshu, and there's all this stuff going on. But, we're not doing it back to the editing room, so we don't.
I would
I love the
honestly-
character Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Just the way that show went, it was terrible. That's all.
I would honestly like it better if they do in fact bring back a season 2. I think it would work better if they toned down the whole like mystery aspect of his split personality I think they should do like do with that like what they did with the Superman movie and Spider-Man Homecoming. Like we know it's a thing, we know it's there, we know that aspect about him. Let's kind of put it in the background a bit. Like we know that it's something he has to deal with, but it doesn't need to be like the major sticking point of every one of these episodes. Instead, it can just be like, oh, he'll wake up one morning and be like, okay, what'd I do last night? Oh, good, all right, cool, and then go about his day.
That kind of stuff is so good when it's subtle, when there's another story and that's the B
Yes.
story, and it slowly develops, and then you get a big payoff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to
Because
handle that.
to Keith's point about, if he was acting more like a Batman type character, what's interesting about that is Batman is that's who Bruce Wayne really considers himself. He considers Bruce his alter ego that he has to pretend to be. He has to pretend to be this billionaire playboy. It would be a totally different aspect if you don't have this guy who's pretending and putting on a fake personality. No, no. His split personality is the is the thing, and he doesn't know what he's doing in each one of them unless somehow they find a way to communicate. So yeah, having him be like a Batman character, but then not know what he's doing as Batman, I think that'd be a very interesting aspect, and it's really what they should have done with season one.
It would have been
Back to
much
the
better.
editing room with Doug.
No, that's just simple writing, man. That's fucking come on, guys. Your story was not good.
And let's hope that this pause in MCU and changing their philosophy is going to make a less quality over quantity. Let's hope that continues because
I hope so too.
our next movie we're getting in the MCU is Spider-Man: Brand New Day
Next summer.
next July, 1 year from today, I believe, and it
So
has
no
started
more
filming.
Marvel movies this year?
No more Marvel movies this year,
Wow.
and it did start filming. And it looks like during the filming they saw there was like a behind the scene footage, and it looks like the dates are going to line up so this happens prior to Doomsday. So
Okay.
not only is it coming out before Doomsday, it also takes place before Doomsday. So
Makes sense.
yeah.
Hopefully there are no
Not-
delays and they have to like do reshoots.
I was gonna say, did I hear that they are delaying Doomsday again past December next year? No, okay,
Still
good.
set for December. But there's still Rebecca Romaine, no longer Stamos, had said, she was in an interview, she goes, I don't know if I'm doing any more scenes because they don't have the script completed yet.
Oh God, no.
But
Oh.
someone made a good point. We don't know if that's true because they don't always let Marvel actors read the entire script
Yeah, why are they like that?
because
Because they don't
everything's got to
want
be a secret.
Tom Holland it up. They don't want Mark Ruffalo ruining the movie. That's why.
I guess.
So
That's got to be those have got to be hard movies to act on though if like you're getting the script the day of and you have to memorize your lines there while you're like getting your hair and makeup done.
well, Brie Larson has said when she was doing Endgame, she had no idea what was going on in the scene she was acting in.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it takes a certain level of actor. I mean, you ever see A Few Good Men?
Mm-hmm.
Jack Nicholson, when he's on the stand, he didn't know the words at all. He had an earpiece. They were feeding them to him as he said them.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
We
So he
live in
could
a
be
world with
spontaneous.
walls, and these walls need to be guarded by men with guns. Who's going to do it? You, Lieutenant Caffey? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? You
See-
live under the blanket of freedom which I provide, and then question the means which I attained. I would just prefer a thank you and move along your way.
See, Keith knows the lines better than Nicholson did when he sat down to film it.
Hey,
Well,
and
we know
that
who
and
they're
a
gonna
dollar will
cast
Get me a
if
cup
they-
of coffee.
We know who they're going to cast if they do a reboot of A Few Good Men.
Who?
You know that's probably going to happen. I gotta
Of
no.
course.
There are no creative ideas left. They just reboot everything.
They're completely out.
See, I don't know. I heard that weapons.
Speaking of,
I heard
are you guys
weapons.
looking forward to Mortal Kombat 2?
No.
And for those
Wait,
of
is
you
Kristen
about
Krug
to,
in
for
it?
those of you furiously typing into the chat, no, will we not be doing an at the theater review for Mortal Kombat 2? We learned
Is
our
it even
lesson
at the
with one.
theaters?
What?
Are they even putting it in the theaters?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that a
I don't.
Netflix movie?
I think it's Max or HBO Max. Yeah, I think it's straight to HBO Max. At least the first one was. But then again, that was during the pandemic.
That
So
was during the
yeah, now I
pandemic.
don't
Yeah.
know. Hmm.
I mean, they got.
Did you guys hear that Netflix is interested in buying Star Wars?
You know,
How much would they have to spend?
there isn't a shot in heck that Disney is going to sell Star Wars.
The first $1 trillion deal.
Disney has their iron claws on a death grip on Star Wars neck. They are not letting it go
They sell
until
so
they
many
have.
toys, so many
Yeah.
comic books, so many. I mean, they've got Star Wars Land at their park. They would never sell it, especially
No.
not to Netflix.
To
like that.
Netflix? No.
Unless the
What
bottom
the hell is
absolutely
Netflix
drops out
gonna
of
do with
Disney,
it?
they're keeping it.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine Netflix is making nearly as much money as they used to.
Oh, not even. No, because
But
now there's competition, and Netflix has barely evolved with it.
yeah,
Netflix is, I think a good description of it is back when Netflix came out, they were already like in the future. Netflix was in 2012, in 2007 when they came out.
and they're still there.
2006 or something, and they're still there, and they've
Yes.
never gone past that point. Like they were the first to offer like streaming movies online, and they knocked Blockbuster out, and they were like the when you thought of streaming, you thought of Netflix. In fact, they had the whole you wanted Netflix and chill. Now it's like there's it's so diluted now with everything else out there, and Netflix is constantly trying to like buy and lose licenses for different things. So the only thing that people ever bring up about Netflix nowadays is, oh, I better finish watching blah 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 before it's never on Netflix again.
Right.
But
It's like all the con saturating, the conventions saturating and ruining San Diego Comic Con. It's not quite an event anymore because they're everywhere all the
there
time.
was nothing that happened at the last San Diego Comic Con last weekend that broke news.
Nope.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just so you know, Doug, you're bashing Netflix here, but they just had a movie that had over 60 million views in the first 3 days it was out.
Okay.
Happy Gilmore 2. And before you ask, no, I did not watch it. I do not like Adam Sandler. But my
I'm
wife
not
and daughter
interested
did.
in watching it.
See, I'm not an Adam Sandler fan either, but Jacqueline got her watching it. She watched them both.
Uh, I liked some of his movies back then. I don't think they probably hold up anymore. I mean, I was like a child and or a teenager when I was watching them back then, and I liked Little Nicky. It annoys me now. I liked Waterboy back then. It's probably annoying now. Um, I liked Happy Gilmore, and the when was the last time I even watched the original Happy Gilmore? I don't even know, years. But it was nowadays I don't even know that I could sit through an entire Adam Sandler movie, and I have no desire to watch any of his little sequel movies that he's now coming out with.
Premise for every Adam Sandler movie. Hey, buds, he calls up all his friends. You want to go on vacation? Let's go somewhere and we'll record it and we'll have a movie. We'll get paid to go on vacation.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
Adam Sandler's movies. And I'm not knocking him for it because that's a great racket he's got going there. He's always going to Hawaii with Jennifer Aniston.
Man,
It's a good
Adam
it's a
Sandler's the
good
only
travel
reason why
movie.
Rob Schneider has a job.
And I hate him for that. But one more little tidbit for the MCU. Are you guys ready for this?
Sure.
Jeremy Renner is now saying he 100% believes he will be back for season 2 of Hawkeye.
Good. Are they going to pay him?
Either they're going to pay him or he's figured out, you know what, I got paid too much for season 1 because it didn't do that great or something. So maybe he's willing to take a pay cut. Or they said, we pay you that for this, and we're going to bring you back for a couple movies where you're going to make the movie star money. And maybe that's it. I don't know. But he is now, at least verbally, saying he is on board for season 2 of Hawkeye.
Okay. I mean, I'm down for it.
Yeah, me too.
I heard that the DC had hired him for a character.
Not that I've heard.
Nope. Yeah, I heard that he had.
You know
bolted
what they hired him
because they
for?
weren't offering him enough money. Yeah, he was going to be Green Arrow.
That's too on the nose. I don't see it.
Now, we have 2 tidbits for the DCU.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think we've talked about this before, but James Gunn was talking about it again, so we'll talk about it again. He is currently writing the sequel to Superman. But he said it's not a direct sequel, but Superman will be in it a lot. And he's already debunked
Oh, so
it.
it's not even a Superman movie then.
Correct.
Okay.
Justice
Like
League.
Justice League.
He said it won't be Justice League, and it will not be World's Finest with him and Batman.
No other hints as to what it is?
No other hints. I keep thinking it
Wow.
might be like a Super Family thing with maybe him and Supergirl. But there's no other Kryptonians yet that we've seen, so I don't think
Zod
that'll be
turns
it.
good.
Yes, yay! I'm here. I'm out of the Phantom Zone, and I'm nice now. I've learned my lesson being stuck there.
As long as they don't go back to, Kandor or something. Oh, just that would be so boring. I mean, remember that TV show that failed by, I think it was David Ayer, wasn't it?
Krypton or whatever?
Yeah,
Oh,
Krypton.
yeah. I remember that now. Oh, my
Wasn't it on
gosh.
Sci-Fi?
I forgot that existed. Yeah. It was, wasn't it just called like Krypton or something?
Yes. Uh-huh. And they were on, I think,
Yeah.
Kandor. Kandor is the main city on Krypton.
I forgot that existed. Holy moly's, Dave. You just unlocked an old dusty file cabinet in my brain.
And a
Yeah,
little
my brain
other
does
little
that.
fact,
I'm useless for everything else.
it was the city that Brainiac shrunk down and had on his
Yes.
ship.
And Harley Quinn, yes.
Yep. Well, in the comics too. That was
Oh,
also saved it. And now the last little bit. This is sad. Sadder news. So Booster Gold, the DCU television series that we were getting, has changed showrunners and writers.
Oh?
And Camille Ninjani is no longer going to play Booster Gold in the series.
Okay.
And I like Camille Ninjani, so I was kind of hoping that was the case because Booster Gold is a little more comedy than anything else. So
yeah, it
I
kind of
guess,
fits his personality.
yeah.
He definitely does. He's good at putting on that like unearned like confidence that Booster Gold has.
Hey, Doug, Booster Gold is on Smallville. You should get around to watching that sometime.
Yeah, I will one of these days.
He hit the button.
I tell you what, when they make a good Avatar movie, that's when I'll get to watching the whole series.
Wait, which Avatar? The Last Airbender
Yeah.
or
Either or.
Oh, come on, dude. Don't do that. We've already seen the top of the Avatar, and it's just going this way. So,
yeah,
That's
I
not fair.
I thought the first Avatar movie was mid, and they've proven me wrong because they are getting midder and midder as we go.
And you
Fire
know
and
when
ash.
Keith doesn't like something.
I wonder what this movie's going to be about. Fire and Ash.
Firebenders.
Are they going to go through a crisis where they don't get
Fire
along with the other tribe again? No way.
Even Sigourney Weaver's like, yeah, no, I'm done.
Yeah, I've had enough. Sorry, guys.
I'm good.
The general guy he's signed on for 5 of them or something. All 5.
Has he really? Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're just gonna keep bringing him back, huh?
Yeah. I think that guy's got to be up in near his 80s by now.
Oh, that's a choice.
Pulling James Earl Jones, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, God. Oh. You know
Well,
what I would oh, what's that, Keith?
I was just gonna say, that's all we got tonight. But so please go.
Well, I was gonna say, have you guys been, like watching the news about like the announcement that George Lucas made about his museum, like how big it is and everything that's gonna be in there?
Yep.
I would love to go see it. I'm guessing it's probably very expensive and hard to get into, but I would love to go visit that. It sounds like it'd be awesome.
I think we
Where is
need
it?
to have a not your status quo road trip one day to see it.
Oh, I agree. That would be so amazing. And then watch, he'll probably be like, "No filming, unless you've got like a Super 8 camera, because that'd be badass."
You have to be
My
breaking.
friend Steven Spielberg.
You have to be changing things up for the better and pushing technology forward. I got an iPhone 16. Okay, cool. Come on in.
Well, the fact that they mentioned they've got like 2 or 3 private theaters in there, I'm like, oh man, that would be really friggin' cool. All like the old, Star Wars stuff that he still has his hands on that Disney didn't take from him, and I would bet that he probably still has some of the old film copies of, like cut scenes and stuff.
You know what would be cool?
Hmm.
Doing the premiere for The Mandalorian and Grogu there.
Oh, that would be cool. Do you think Disney would even let him?
They might for the positive press it would generate with people. So maybe, but you never know with them.
That's true. Yeah.
We're just still waiting on our invite to the premiere of The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Any day now, it's coming in the mail.
Yep.
You did give them our PO box, right?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they'll only invite like 2 out of 3 of us, and then the third person's name will be a completely different person from another channel.
No,
Like
it'll be
Keith,
like
Doug, and Ryan Airy.
Oh God.
it'll be 2 of us, and then the third one's obviously at home. Like you 2 are at the theater, and I got this background. So,
Hey, Keith, how you doing tonight? You're like,
did you guys like it? Sully comes walking in. Instead of saying a weird, he's like, "Mommy said to stop crying so much, Daddy. She's getting annoyed. I'm sorry."
Oh boy.
well, I don't know if everybody out there is watching, but this is our banter. I hope you enjoy our personal banter as well.
I hope so
Sure
too.
they do.
We're pretty good at it. It is how we invented tangent time.
And for those of you who don't know, some of our old videos we made when we were filming to make a video and not live streaming, we would film for like 3 hours and get like a 7-minute video out of it.
Yeah.
And then we decided, hey, this tangent time might be pretty good stuff.
Right. There is so much, like, if I don't know if you guys ever do this, but if you go back in our Slack chats, sorry, all of you out there watching us, you would never be able to see this stuff, but there's so many times we've commented back and forth back when we were like editing videos and everything. We'd be like, well, just got done editing, I was able to get 10 minutes out of 5 hours of I had to cut so much conversation.
And then put in, and by the way, I'm still right. The Peanuts are some of the greatest, holiday cartoons ever made. Shut up, they were not.
Yeah, those were fun.
But should we find somebody to raid, gentlemen?
I think that'd be a good idea.
You know who's on right now?
TG?
EG.
I do see him on. How much longer is he going to be on? Because he was on when we started.
Time is it?
It is almost
Almost
10.
10.
5 to 10.
Oh yeah, I would bet he would be going off pretty soon.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, is he also looking for someone to raid right now?
Probably.
He'll
Should
probably
we
raid
wait
us.
1 minute to see if he raids us?
God. Well, I see Tiny Velker on.
I
Only
do.
13 people.
Oh, I see A-Tray on too.
Oh yeah,
Thanks, Rick.
Entry is
Playing
on.
The
Wow,
Legend of
290.
Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Oh,
Did
we
we
gotta
get
go
denied
join that
last
one.
time with her?
We weren't allowed
Did we
to
try?
last time, I believe. Let's see if we can though. Let's see if this raid
right.
works. The raid has been created.
All right. Well, hopefully it doesn't give us any error messages when it actually like gets there.
No, usually it
but-
tells us before. So I think
Oh,
we're
good. For those of you out there that are wondering, hey, what are those nerds talking about raiding somebody? That is a little something you can do on Twitch. I'm glad that we still like mention what it is because the last time we were live streaming, we raided somebody that was newer to Twitch and didn't know what that was and asked her chat, what does that mean getting raided? And so, yeah, what that means is we take all of you who are watching us live on Twitch and we take you over to another channel that we're either friends with or that we like or sounds interesting, and we go and we hang out with them. It's our way of kind of like keeping the party going, so to speak. Now, for those of you that are watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. YouTube doesn't quite have anything nearly as similar. So thank you for watching us on YouTube. I assume that you're getting ready to leave with us, but if you could, like, subscribe, and of course, make sure that you comment down below. And we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo. Hey fellow nerds, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure that you check out our Twitch stream. We try to do these live Sunday or Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye on our social media to find out when you can join in live and chat with us during these live streams. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out our other social media. Add us at Twitter, comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo.